Hey guys, welcome to my videos. Today I'll be reacting to a video made by MSA. I looked myself up on Google. So, let's go.
The final bell rang and we all simultaneously closed our books and started clearing our desks. As raucous laughter echoed through the halls, our teacher was still talking, explaining about the paper he had assigned to us. No one was listening though, except for Samantha, the smartest kid in our class.
Is it, what is this called? The teacher's pet or something? Oh, I thought it was summer vacation at first, but I think it's Sunday and Saturday, the weekends.
Also, my best friend. I smiled at her enthusiasm and followed the crowd outside towards our lockers. I stopped by my locker and was taking out books when I...
Dude, like, she just...
caught sight of the boy 3 lockers down from mine. It was Lucas, and I happened to have the biggest crush on him. In fact, I had been crushing on him since middle school, but I hadn't told anyone about it. He was single at the moment, but all his ex-girlfriends had been cheerleaders. I was so not his type. Linda, are you staring at Lucas? Samantha came out of nowhere and startled me. No, not knowing what else to say. You were. Oh my God. Do you like him? Of course she does. She's always sneaking glances at him, my twin sister confirmed as she walked up to us. Even though we are twins, we look nothing alike. She and Samantha had an athletic build, and both are cheerleaders. It's through them that I get all the hot gossip in the school about who's dating who. I, on the other hand, don't have a single athletic bone in my body.
I can relate to that. So, yeah.
I spend all of my time reading and making sure our school newspaper rocked.
I can definitely not relate to that.
I realized that I was blushing, so I started walking towards the school gates, knowing well enough that they can't follow me since they had to rush to their practice. My sister arrived home late from practice, and she was acting
Ooh, did she sneak out?
a little weird. I asked, how
Oh, excellent.
was practice? And she replied, fine. This was so not normal. Usually she'd go on and on about it for hours. I just
She's hiding something.
shrugged it off to tiredness. The next day in school, after the second class, I saw Samantha and my sister talking, but as soon as they
Something happened. Did he die or something?
saw me, they changed the subject. All right, what's up with you two? You're acting shady. Well, promise you won't be mad, Samantha said, looking sheepish. Oh my God, what did you two do? I asked. Listen, we know you have been crushing on Lucas for a while now, and we know you'd never ever do anything about it. So we sort of wrote a note and passed it to him, anonymously, of course. My sister finally blurted out. You did what? I asked, shocked. What did you write in the note? Don't overreact, okay? We might have mentioned that you like him, my sister answered with...
Imagine actually doing that. Bro, is this a real story though? Oh, so how does this relate to I googled myself, but I guess we just gotta keep on watching, but like this don't make sense.
for my reaction. As if on cue, someone shouted Lucas's name and we all turned around to see him standing at his locker and staring straight at me. At that moment, I felt like my heart was gonna jump out of my chest. I wanted to murder my sister and my best friend. I was just contemplating all the ways I can kill them when Lucas smiled at me and turned towards his friend. See, I told you it was gonna be okay.
Why is his mouth like there's a... No, but like, that's weird.
Oh my God, Linda, he likes you too. My sister and best friend shrieked excitedly. Hush, shut up. You guys stop embarrassing me. So, what's the next move? Samantha asked. There's no next move, okay? I'm getting late for class. Come on, don't be a coward. It's obvious he likes you too. Uh-huh, right, I said, not convinced at all. I refused to believe that a guy like him would like a girl like me. I wasn't pretty like his cheerleader girlfriends. I wasn't tall or blonde or skinny like them. I was a regular girl and had yet to learn how to do proper makeup. The next day, I avoided him. When the last bell rang, I hurried to the locker to dump my stuff and headed to the journalism room for our next meeting. I had almost...
So he's running away. Bro, wait, what? He just broke through the wall. I'm pretty sure that was just a joke, but why?
Just reached the door when I heard him. Hey, Linda, right? Yeah. I turned around and almost choked on air. He was standing there looking at me.
Bro, how do you almost choke on air though? Like, seriously?
With a faint smile, and I suddenly didn't know what to do with my hands or my eyes or even myself. I'm Lucas. I know, I blurted out and then instantly cringed.
Jump up.
Why on earth am I so awkward in front of him? So I was wondering, since prom is just around the corner.
Ooh, is he gonna ask her out or something? Let's see.
Would you like to go with me? He asked me to prom. Lucas.
She got the win. This also still doesn't relate to how I Googled myself or whatever.
Asked me to prom. Yes, I screamed, then cleared my throat and looked at him. I mean, sure, that would be cool. Perfect.
I see this in so many movies, like, yeah! Sure. Like, why do you do that?
Perfect, Lucas said, and whipped out his phone and snapped my picture, surprising me. He handed me his phone and asked for my number. I couldn't believe this was happening. Never in a million years did I think that I would go to prom with Lucas. The next morning, Lucas greeted me at my locker. There you go, a pretty flower for a pretty girl. He smiled at me and left for his first class. After lunch, I heard him call my name. Come on, I'll walk you to your next class. The next couple of days were some of the best.
He's not even talking. Why is he still moving his mouth?
Of my life. Lucas would meet me at my locker every morning and give me a flower. He
Also, how are these people? What are these? Are like
would walk me to classes and even sit with me during lunch. He was the sweetest. The day it rained, I was left without a ride. I was waiting in the parking lot when Lucas hopped on his car. Come on, Linda, I'll give you a ride home. We ended up getting coffee together before he drove me home. Our friendship was growing each day, and the closer we got to prom, the more excited I got about it. However, no matter how good he was to me, I couldn't shake off this nagging doubt that he wasn't really interested in me. I was so not his type. But then, it could be my insecurities. My mom's always telling me to be proud of myself and to never undermine my skills and talents. She always said I was beautiful. Then again, she was my mom. Wasn't exactly unbiased. The days leading up to the prom were like a whirlwind. My sister Samantha went shopping for our dresses. We bought accessories for it and planned to get ready all together. It was exciting and exhilarating, and I was so looking forward to it. Even at school, all anyone would ever think about is prom. We're all meeting up at my house and getting ready together, Samantha announced excitedly. Okay, I agreed, just as excitedly. Is that Lucas? I asked when I saw Lucas entering the cafeteria.
No, did they like double cross right now? Like he broke up with her and just make fun of her or something?
With the head cheerleader, who was also his ex-girlfriend.
They probably go back together. They probably just wanted to laugh at that girl. Oh my god, if that actually happened, that's so mean.
Queen bee of our school. No matter what she wore, she looked like a model. Lucas was laughing at something she said, and she too was smiling, pleased with herself. Samantha and I were still looking up at them when she caught us staring. She started walking our way, and Samantha suddenly stood up. Hey, Linda, I just remembered that the school counselor asked me to visit her during lunch, Samantha said, suddenly standing up. Okay, I replied. I watched Samantha leave, and just as I turned around, I felt something slick and wet on the front of my top. I looked down in horror as the red...
She was planning the whole time. I bet she was. They're all in on it. They're all mean people. Really?
Spaghetti meatballs plastered itself on my clothes. Whoops, the head cheerleader said.
Now you just ruined her dress, probably. With the spaghetti sauce or whatever.
As she delicately set the tray back on the lunch table and walked away. What on earth? I said in shock. This is the first time Queen Bee even looked in my direction. Why on earth would she bully me like this?
It's probably because she still likes, like, what was his name, Lucas? And she's trying to get back at him, her or something like that. Delete this out right here.
Trying to calm down, I stood up and went to the bathroom. Ugh, I had sauce all over me. A moment later, someone knocked on the door. I went outside to see it was our school principal. Oh, my, Linda, she said, looking at my clothes. Go ahead and take a shower. I'll write you a pass. Who did this? I asked around, but...
Is she gonna be a snitch or something? so let's see.
No one would say. Excellent. The last thing I wanted was to be a tattletale. It was an accident, I said, and slipped away quickly before she could interrogate me further. After I left the showers, I continued with the rest of my classes. However, I couldn't help noticing that something was weird. Everyone was staring at me in a strange way. I looked around and saw my sister. Just as I was starting to walk
What happened?
towards her, she looked at me, closed her locker, and walked away. I looked around.
Dude, they're all hiding something. I bet. She's probably like mad that she didn't like tell her.
For Samantha, but couldn't find her anywhere. She wouldn't even pick up her phone. On my way back home, I couldn't stop thinking about everyone's strange behavior today. What on earth happened that had everyone treating me so strangely? I couldn't even concentrate on editing the article one of the writers had submitted. Even though it was an interesting write-up about how none of us can ever hide from the world because of our digital footprints. With a huff, I closed my laptop and picked up my phone. How much of a digital footprint would I be leaving behind? I wondered out loud and Googled myself. I typed in
Oh, here we are. Here's where she Googled herself.
my name and clicked images. The first few pictures were of other people named Linda around the world. Then there were a few of my own pictures from my social media accounts. Then there were some articles that I had written for the
My cat just drooled on me. Is she a big a member star or something? Like a big media star?
school. As I was scrolling down, one picture caught my attention, and when I looked closer, I gasped in surprise and shock. The picture was of me in the school's communal shower. It was of my back, but it was clearly me.
No, she didn't do that. Was that the school principal? No, she didn't do that, really.
I was posted on a site I didn't know about. What is this? I whispered, numb and shocked. I clicked the link and the site opened up.
Also, why are those buttons like so big? They're like the size bigger than our hands.
It was posted from an anonymous ID, so I couldn't tell who it was. I went down to read the comments, and I was horrified to read.
It's probably that the girl that like poured the spaghetti sauce in her. She's
Read what each one of them had written.
Oh,
All of them were about
That's so mean.
my size and how ugly I looked. I hadn't realized I was crying until I saw tears on my cell phone. But then it got worse. There was a particularly harsh comment fat-shaming me, and when I saw who it was, I felt myself shaking.
Was it? It was Lucas. Really? How you gonna do it like that, Lucas?
It was Lucas. Not only was he fat-shaming me, but he also wrote,
She's trying to think she's going to.
she's delusional to think.
Why do people do that? Why do you have to be so mean? Also, don't think what anyone else says about you. You're always fine. My cat is just so cute, though.
Thinks she's going to prom with me. There was also a comment from the head cheerleader, Lucas's ex. She had tagged my twin sister and written, "Are you sure she's your sister? I think your mom brought the wrong child home." And my sister had replied, "I know, right?" I felt the
Why? This is asking me. Why do you all do this?
floor giving out from under me. My own sister. I think, out of all the comments, this one hurt the most.
Anyways, I'll be right back. We'll see y'all next time.